Go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and back with a bang. We are now getting to watch some Resident Evil 2 remake. Claire, a standard. I'm assuming, is this 120 FPS or is this?
It is 120. It is 120 FPS.
Yeah, fantastic. Then that's going to be nice to watch. So today's runners, we've got KaptenBoom versus Deschain33. Commentary provided by Dijat C. How are we today, guys? I'll start with you, Deschain. How are you?
We're doing good. I want to mention quickly, there was an incentive for this run for costume, and I believe with $110 or £110 and 69 pence, Claire 98 won. Huge donations, guys. Thank you so much. We get to see a A+ tier costume.
Fantastic. Captain Boone, how are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to run this category and hopefully I can do it some justice.
No pressure, folks. DJ, do you want to take it away and just count? If you want to count the runners in, and I'll start the timer whenever you're ready, dude.
All right, let's do it. Okay,
yeah.
So I guess I'll go down from 3 and then through 2, 1, and go.
Let me get to the second cutscene.
Yeah, get to the second cutscene, then just go 3, 2, 1, and I'll start the timer.
I'm paused on the second cutscene.
Yep, I'm paused as well. I'm ready. Just kind of stop.
All right, here we go. 3,
Good luck, everyone.
2, 1, go. All right, and we're off.
Best part of the game.
This is Claire A, standard 120 FPS, and so basically you start in a gas station in the beginning, and this is where we speedrunners reset a lot. We won't be resetting today, so that's good. But so they're just gonna go through here, grab this key, and turn around, and there'll be a zombie right here. Shoot him, and get out of the gas station. But the reason why there is a lot of resets for this beginning part is because you have to mouse over to the key in the inventory, and it's in a really weird spot to mouse over to, and sometimes it doesn't work out very well. But they both got through. It's looking good. And the incentive that was met was for the 98 Claire costume. The costume looks, it's from the RE2 OG game, and it looks amazing. I personally like it, but many people do not like it. But it looks authentic. It looks cool to me. But so they take a bite here to go into caution. The reason why you want to be in caution with Claire is because she moves a little bit faster, and that zombie there is the best zombie to get into caution. You want to get into it quickly in the game to maximize the time you're in caution. And the zombie has no arms, so it's really easy to just take really quick bites from him. Takes 2 bites, and now they are off to RPD.
Yeah, I just want to mention I had unfortunate RNG. He missed the first bite.
Oh no.
Oh,
yeah, sometimes the zombie can just go off and do his own thing. But so now they're in RPD. Raccoon Police Department, sorry, and they have to find some medallions to get into the underground. The funny thing though is we spent a lot of hours playing the game, but in terms of the lore, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of have an idea what's going on, but not really. I skip all the cutscenes, so
I've forgotten over the time.
About 2 weeks ago, just because of that exact reason, I did a playthrough of A scenario into B scenario with all the cutscenes.
Okay. I just remember I played the old OG game, and it's kind of pretty much the same. Some things are changed, but it's very similar. So yeah, so now they're making their way through here. They just went to save a guy that was kind of alive. He's half alive. He's missing his legs, but now they're going off to get the knife, open up the shutter.
Yeah, so I want to mention another thing too, right there. So you saw me run between those 2 zombies. On the Leon campaign, you can't do that. You have to run along the right side. But because we're in caution and Claire runs faster, we're able to run in between those two zombies, saving a little bit more time. It's a very precise line. You can accidentally get grabbed by the one zombie and just get knocked down in a double takedown.
Yeah, Claire's, like I said, she goes into caution so you can run a bit faster. So a lot of the strats that you would normally do with Leon, Claire can play a little bit more like risky, and she can like go through zombies or maneuver a lot better than Leon can. Wow, you guys are really, really close. Okay.
Don't worry, I'll get Vin here.
So what area or what group of enemies are you guys like most afraid of in this run?
RPD2, the labs.
Okay. And KaptenBoom?
I'm not sure, actually. Probably...
You have no fear?
Probably lab lickers. That would be...
Oh, yeah, that's a big reset point, and since we can't reset, and both KaptenBoom and I are going for the more optimal strats, lab lickers is a very heavy reset point as well.
Yes, because you utilize flash grenades, but sometimes they might not get flashed. They do get flashed. Only one of the two gets flashed. It's just very scary because it's so far into a run, and it's a really big reset point for a lot of us when we run this.
Hope to God that both the lickers are on the roof, on the ceiling.
Yes, and
you
they
also
both
want
fall down.
You also want to pray that the zombies get flashed, or like me, have 4 zombies around the corner and just have your run die.
And it's like nothing you can really do. It's if they don't get flashed, then they bite. It's I don't know if you guys. It's really hard to see inventory in this game as these two are running, but there's really not a lot of room for grabbing extra things. Now they will grab a safety pouch.
Nope.
No pouch. Oh, no pouch.
I'm not going for the safety pouch.
Okay, Deschain's a wild card. Okay.
Yeah,
Yo, full YOLO strats. Let's go. I love it. But yeah, there's not a lot of room for heals. So right now they have the beginning of the game. It's a pretty set route, in terms of like what items go where in the inventory. But in RPD2, when they come back, they do not have any room for herbs unless they grab the pouch.
So you saw me pause a lot coming through that door. RPD1 has a bunch of RNG zombie placements. There's a zombie, we call him Callahan, that can appear behind that door. I've had runs die immediately there because he just bites you. He can pop like right out of that door and get you. And so I just pause buffered it.
Yes, because you're using a bolt cutter and it gives it a little cutscene. Exiting out of the cutscene, then opening the door, then making sure Callahan is not there. It's really hard to figure, but a lot of people just kind of go through, and if the run dies, it dies. But
God, I'm low on bullets.
Yeah, when you're, trust me, when you're speed running, like, and having to reset at those kind of things, it's really discouraging. So, I could see people like pausing to make sure nothing crazy is going on.
Good Bagels hallway. Always like to see that. All right, coming up is another reset point. We call this licker Randy. He doesn't like to behave. So I'm hoping he behaves. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to probably pick up a herb later.
I am begging that he behaves.
I find that with like Leon, Randy's a little consistent. I don't know if it's because Leon's slower, and like Claire's just like running so fast that I don't know.
Oh, not again,
crazy.
Randy! Don't do it.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Nope,
Can Deschain make it? Yes, he can make it. The liquor attack.
Okay,
he has
Randy,
enough room.
calm down. Randy, no!
KaptenBoom, what's going on? Oh,
crud.
can you make? Oh,
I made it, but
oh, yeah. The liquor can like do a last desperation attack right when you go through the door. He can get you. He can hit you when you get through the door.
Yeah,
which
is with his tongue.
It's with his tongue, or like his attack can just clip you, kind of like the dogs too.
The dogs are known for that as well. They can get you when you're like clearly through the door.
It's just not fun. Like I said, they're already in caution. So in this run, after they go into caution, they take one more hit later in the game. But that hit that they take, you don't lose any time because you're waiting for a shutter to open. So you want to hold off and take that hit because you don't lose any time. But if you take a hit in the beginning, it's not that big of a deal because you have to take that hit anyway. So they make their way to the third medallion here. You need to find 3 to get to the underground.
1, 2, bad RNG. Oh, actually, we got lucky.
Oh
Okay.
god, I forgot to grab bullets. I only have 3.
Oh, that's you're good.
So usually that would be bad RNG when there's 3 zombies there, but one of them decided to wander off into the corner and not be underneath the ladder, so I got lucky.
Yeah, and coming down that ladder. So it's weird in this game. 2 zombies can lunge at the same time, but only 2. Up to 2, I guess. And there's 3 down there. Sometimes if they're all like mingling down there, all 3 of them, you have to like wait for the 2 to lunge, then go back up the ladder as you're on the ladder to make the 3rd one lunge. And it's a little tricky. Sometimes it's like Capcom, they nerf like the iframes because of the old games, but yeah, you don't really have a lot of iframes to like kind of get through that area.
Deschain, what kind of secret room did you get?
I think it was like an 843 or something.
Jesus, I got a 47.
Yeah, those are still good.
I'm pretty sure I'm on PB pace right now.
Dude, you're almost on my PB pace.
So Deschain right now is fighting G1. This is William Birkin, and I don't know what happened to him, but he's trying to kill us. So that's like the first.
What happened to him?
I have no. Like he got hit by some virus or something.
No, he injected himself with the G virus because Umbrella came to steal his creation.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why. I got like many hours on this game. I have no idea what's going on.
It's all right.
Like I know he got hit with the virus. I didn't know he injected it himself. But anyways, that fight, this game, the knife is absolutely broken. So many of the strats involve using the knife, and the knife is tied to the frame rate to do damage, and you can do a lot of damage very quickly. And therefore, that's why you won't see it on the 2 displays today, but we have this, you have to use the FPS limiter to make it 120, or else the knife will just absolutely go crazy, and you can like kill a boss in seconds. But I think it's to make it fair. So
it's to make it fair for people who can't support that. I was bored the other day and I uncapped and I got 300 frames, and I killed G1 in like 9 hits.
Jesus.
Yeah, the knife breaks super quickly too. But so they got past G1. Now they are heading to the kennel, and the kennel has more liquors. We thought 1 was bad in RPD. There's 2 here in a very confined area, so they need to take a specific line here, cut the inside,
and make sure not to bust through the first door.
Yep, and on the way back, as Deschain's about to go through, there is a specific way you can do this. You can shoot at the door here to get the liquor's attention, and take the line here, and hope that the second liquor doesn't go crazy. Okay, Deschain got through. Look back here, there's a liquor here too. All right, KaptenBoom's going through. See what happens. Looking good. All right, he made it.
All right, so the reason that you look back for that liquor, liquor AI, if you're looking away from them, they want to get in front of you so they can jump on you.
Okay.
So if you look back, you force them to jump behind you, and that gives you enough time to run away.
I get 3 kennels, but then I get stuck on an open door.
I got stuck leaving the room. So.
The walls are your enemy because like you're moving so fast in a speed run that if you like get stuck on a wall or something, you lose your momentum and you have to kind of like fix yourself and get back. And those are the little things that add up to like these speed runs that make you get a PB or not.
I'm gonna grab this herb actually.
Okay. Right.
Because I got that early RPD 1 hit, I'm gonna grab this one instead of the waiting room.
I got you.
Oh, you grabbed the backup pouch?
Yeah.
That's,
I am not doing this run without G1 pouch.
A marathon, yeah. There's a pouch an extra pouch you can take for marathon safety that gives you 2 slots, and that gives you enough to get a green herb. Maybe pick up bullets if you didn't get bullets in the beginning. Like I said, right now at this part on speedrun like strats, we have no room for anything other than the required items and maybe bullets. So let's see, everything's looking good here, and now we need to grab. Oh, go ahead.
So the room that you just saw me do, that zombie is actually a really, really, really hard shot to make. During practice, I missed him 5 times in a row.
Yes.
So I'm very happy I hit that first try.
You have to like move to the left. No, move forward, turn right, and then kind of correct your aim to the left a little to the zombie's head. And you don't have a lot of time to do it either, because if you take too long, he'll follow you into the room you're trying to go into, and or he could like be waiting outside the door trying to get in, and that's time that you're gonna lose waiting for that zombie.
And you got to get in and out of the room while he's being stunned by our bullet.
Yeah,
otherwise I'll slam on the door.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff on hardcore where like you want to bait the zombie in, and then like you get out while he's in his lunge animation.
I try to do that if I miss the shot on standard.
Oh yeah, you can do a backup, but like that part is it's a run killer.
So we just met everyone's favorite pursuer, Mr. X. We said hi to him, and we're praying that he doesn't show up outside this door later.
Yes, so after going underground to fight G1, they come back to RPD to get some more items and to get out from the parking garage. And coming back, though...
Okay, I'll take a lick.
Coming back from RPD, or to underground, there are more enemies, and Mr. X, he kind of roams around, and he can punch you and all that fun stuff. And so, like, a lot of casual players in RPD2 are like, "Well, I can't explore anything. Like, this guy's chasing me the entire time." And yeah,
honestly, when I first played this game, Mr. X gave me so much anxiety.
Yeah, because like I didn't know you're supposed to. I mean, in the old game, you can just like run by, but he's actually got buffed big time in this game, in the remake.
All right, so a couple things happened on my side. I missed, so that zombie that I tried to shoot but missed twice. He's an RNG component as well, which is why I paused buffer that door. And also, you saw me shoot a bullet outside of the library. If that's done correctly, it brings the zombies towards the sound of that library gunshot, and they'll just leave you alone while you move those shelves.
Yeah, I don't know how or who or what or how, like, why it does that, but it's really, really helpful, because if you go in there, because I run knife only on this, I did, and you can't do that. So you're just like hoping the zombies are not near the bookshelf or get to you when you're pushing the bookshelf.
I don't even know how you would discover such a thing.
I mean, I think it's like, you remember the pause thing with Callahan when you first go into RPD?
Yeah, I heard how that was discovered.
I think that's just the same way. It's kind of like an accident. Like, nobody was trying to figure it out. It just kind of happened. And I'm very thankful for found all these strats, because it makes our life a lot easier.
All right, almost out of RPG. Please give me good RNG.
That worked.
Yes, so Deschain just did a quick pause there at that door. Exact same thing. He's making sure the zombie outside that area is not ready to bite Claire as soon as she goes out. And usually he's cool, because if you pause, you can kind of see like which direction he's gonna go, or if he's already active, or if he's looking the other way, kind of thing. Zombies, for the most part, stick to a script, and you can kind of like determine how to dodge. The problem is, you don't have a lot of time when you're opening the door to look at that zombie without pausing. Wow, no Mr. X problems after the Jack too. That's like a big thing. That's really good.
Yeah, Mr. X can sometimes show up in that room.
I might as well be on PB pace at this point.
Really?
Yeah, your PB sub 50, so. And mine isn't. All right, everyone's favorite section, at least on my side. Are you at Sherry yet, Captain?
Yeah, I just did the.
You guys are very close.
All right, this is a great place if there's any donations because this section is pretty much just 4 minutes of nothing.
That's the most exciting part of the game.
Yeah, sadly, there's nothing coming through yet. I think everyone's still asleep. Time zones and all that, you know. But what I will say is, as I've said already a few times today, this event we're raising money for the Haven House and Haven House Children's Hospice. Excuse me. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. Cares for seriously ill babies and children up to the age of 18. By creating a loving and warm environment for them and their families while they go through the toughest of times. So please, guys, the link is there that Trojan's just put in to do donate. If you do donate £5 or more, you will be automatically selected into the giveaway, ! Giveaway in the chat, and you can look at all the possibilities of what you can win there. So, you know, if it's £1, £2, £5, £10, 10,000, who knows? You know, just please do donate. Thank you very much. Thank you. And good run, by the way, folks. Very competitive. I like it.
Thanks. So there was a couple tech that we did. So that shelf, I looked at the eye. It's how I position it. There's different setups, but you can set up that shelf so that you can climb instantly. And then you might have seen me do a little wiggle on the stairs. Make sure you move a little bit faster. I think maybe it saves like half a second per stair, like half a second per up and down. Maybe not even that much. Probably like 0.2.
Something like that.
I actually have not looked into how much time it saves. I just heard it's time safe, so
I was just told it saves time, so I do it.
That's basically like how I do every speedrun. I'm just like, I don't know why or how, but just I'll watch it and say, okay, this is what everyone else is doing, so we'll just do that.
It looks fast.
Yeah, it looks good enough. Or like, if you watch somebody that has a world record, you just copy them and
you just assume that they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they pretty much figured out everything. Like, this is the optimal way to do this.
Oh, actually, this is a good time to talk about this. This is one of, if not the most optimized full run category. So it's incredibly difficult to get a really competitive time.
Yeah,
I think that
nutty.
I think that the world record holder Curtis, shout out to Curtis, he destroyed this category.
He still saves time. I've seen some stuff.
He's still running, and like, this is my favorite category. This is the first speedrun category I've ever done, and I enjoy it. But world record is it's crazy, man. Like, I got to, what is it, like 2 minutes and 20 seconds or whatever world record. I can't do anymore. It's like, that's how crazy that run is. But even it's
a funny thing to note is that Chief Irons can't see. This section actually is really funny because his line of vision is based off his flashlight. So if his flashlight can't see you, he can't see you. I'm pretty sure that's how it works anyways. So you can just stand here. I was over there and I was just kind of like standing up to make fun of him, even though he's like right next to me. Just something to entertain myself during this section because there's not really a whole lot going on.
So, you know what messed me up during the sheer block puzzle? Every block was in place when I moved the 1 to 3.
No, you got zero change?
No, listen. Everything was in place, but I had to turn both of the middle blocks 1 down.
Oh.
So I just spent like 2-3 seconds thinking, wait, what's wrong? Why would it work?
My funniest story about this section is I was just starting to learn Clara A Standard 120, and I was setting my splits, and I got a very rare RNG where you just move the first block to the third section, and it was done.
Oh, dude.
Can I just jump in here, folks? We've just had a donation. That's all right.
Go ahead.
Still a bit of a quiet part, so I'll jump in quickly. Trojan GT has donated £30 and saying, "Good luck to both the runners. We'll have my fingers crossed for lab lickers."
Thank you so much.
Best of luck. Thank you, Trojan, for the £30 donation. Extremely appreciated. Thank you.
Yo, lab lickers. Yeah, that. Oh man, that's coming up very.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pick up the green herb here. I got licked by a licker, but it didn't blow my DA enough, so I'm gonna still do the Mr. X punch.
Yes, and so DA is damage.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Sorry.
Was it damage adjustment?
Difficulty adjustment.
Difficulty adjustment. Yeah. So like you have a numerical value assigned to you in terms of how good or bad you are playing the game, and it goes up when you shoot something or like an enemy, or when you pick up an item, and there's certain values that could make the game easier or harder based on your difficulty adjustment. And while these two probably are running some sort of like, the SRT, which is a speedrunner's tool that tells you what's going on.
I'll pick up this one too, just in case.
You look at those numbers and you determine how you're doing in terms of your run. I think this is a Resident Evil only thing. I'm not sure. But...
they have it for a lot of other Capcom games.
Oh, really? Just Capcom? Why?
No, I don't know. It's just what's on the SRT plugin. We have one for Dino Crisis as well.
No, I mean, like, why would they do... I hate DA, man.
You mean DA? Okay, my bad, yeah. DA is... Yeah, I think it's just the Resident Evil games, you're right. It's every Resident Evil game after RE4. Looks like the only way has difficulty adjustment.
Yeah, and because of that, that's why not just taking bites to go into caution to run faster, it's also to drop the DA score to make certain parts manageable. Because if you were to not take hits and just pick up every item, it would be very difficult to do certain parts, especially lab lickers, because it's later in the game and your DA score would just be through the roof.
Yep, and I just realized we forgot to talk about something very important that you've been watching us do. You'll see me aiming. You'll see both of us aiming when we're on the stairs. DJ, can you explain that while I deal with Bus Dog?
Yeah, so what they're doing is called stair skating. When you're going up and down a stair, if you just go the normal way, just run down, they kind of do an animation to like move their foot for every step. But if you aim the mouse, Claire will aim her gun, and it makes the transition on the stairs a lot faster. It's kind of like a rhythm to it. I'm not sure the exact time you're supposed to go in between presses, right clicks. Well, yeah, it's right click for aiming, but it makes it a lot faster. And it probably saves many seconds over the course of the run.
It sure does. I also got a troll RNG from that dog, and the only reason I knew how to deal with it is because the world record holder taught me.
Pause.
Yeah,
that dog usually has 2 RNGs, but he has a third very rare one where he'll just not move and turn around at you. And you have to quick turn around a car, otherwise he'll bite you.
That dog, Bus Dog, is very, very famous.
It wasn't even Bus Dog. It was one before Bus Dog.
Oh, okay. Well, that whole area is pretty much the only part Claire has to deal with dogs. But dogs are very, very... They move erratically. And when you're going into that bus, there's some dogs there. And then coming out of the bus, there's another dog. But... he can funnel his attack to where you're exiting, so it makes it very difficult to either dodge or get a shot in or whatever you need to do. But that part kills runs too.
I got a crit on the bus zombie, but I didn't get I didn't have to kick him off.
That's
nice.
Now I'm in my least favorite section of the Claire run, sewers.
Oh, the sewers.
Yeah.
So. The sewers is very, as you can see here, everything's like confined in small areas and whatnot. And there's a lot of like shots you actually need to start doing for headshots to stun zombies.
Example, right here.
Yes, there's one right here. This is a very weird angle. If you look to the right, Deschain's going to go in, shoot that zombie in the head, avoid the second zombie.
God.
and then drop right down. Very
I
nice.
was so lucky.
I got stuck on the small railing where you drop down. Oh my god, I was so scared.
Yeah,
Did you get bit?
No, I didn't get bit, but my heart dropped for a split second.
you guys are like neck and neck right now.
That's
Pretty much.
insane. Over like 30 minutes, being neck and neck the entire way is insane.
Yeah, this is pretty damn awesome. All right, and now
here's another one of those special shots.
Yes, there's a lot of weird angle shots that you need to take.
On Leon, this section's usually free. Don't bite me. Thank you.
Deschain gets it. All right, he made it through. KaptenBoom made it. Nice.
Hands becoming cold. That's a good sign.
So I don't know if KaptenBoom does that. I shoot the leg off that zombie. He'll hopefully fall into the water and die, and it makes the way back a bit easier.
Yeah, those two zombies. Those two zombies, you're gonna have to go back that way, but instead of dropping down that ledge, you're going back up that ledge. But the zombies will be chilling there. They might both be in the water, and it's like I said, it's really hard to maneuver in these areas because they're so narrow and cramped. And shooting out one of the legs really makes it a lot easier. Even though one zombie's still alive, it's still magnitudes easier. Right, so now they're grabbing some chest pieces. So you need to grab, how many chest pieces is it? Like three chest pieces to get out of the sewer and save Sherry. I don't know why you want to save Sherry, because her section's like super long, but the story dictates we have to save her. So anyways, we got to save her. So
don't bite me. Don't bite me. Get up the ledge and don't get bitten. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that zombie was sleeping.
Just the fact that I've gone all the way here to three sewers without getting bitten, I think I'm so on PB pace.
Nice. That means Deschain's on like super PB pace, man.
Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty decent, which is insane.
You know, if I can keep it, obviously.
This is really very, very crazy because this, like I said, they're already in the state where one hit can just go in the run, and the fact that they're still going without anything crazy happening or any deaths is like, this is incredible. All right, so these guys are called G-adults. They can pretty much grab you from anywhere. So if you're standing next to them and they start like lifting their arm up to grab you, even if you're behind them, you still get grabbed for some weird reason.
Their hitboxes are broken.
It's extremely broken, and the fact that you have to maneuver through two in a very tight area in sewers is kind of scary.
The thing is, I'm on PB pace. Deschain's running without G1 pouch. That man's crazy.
Yeah, holy crap! It's yeah, this is insane. Like Leon, so the other character in this game is called Leon, and he's more slower. He's more like tankier, kinda, and his run is a bit more safer in terms of like just getting through everything because you have the inventory space to grab heals and whatnot, and you can go up to because Leon's speed doesn't really change when you run find health or full health.
Please.
So you can heal up to full, but Claire is you have to be mindful of your HP values.
Oh, no. Thank you for that screen, baby.
What was that? Oh my god, I'm so lucky.
Whoa.
Oh my, what was that?
I don't know. How did you get past?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not doing the YOLO strat.
Oh, so Trojan says poor neglected spark shot. Yeah, these
don't. I run 60 FPS. I don't want to think about the spark shot.
Yeah, there's a weapon back there where they grab the chest pieces called the spark shot, which is like an electric weapon that like can really stun enemies, and it's used for boss strats. But I think maybe like a few years ago, somebody came up with a strat to not use it because, you know, the less items we pick up, the more time we save, and therefore we got to go fast.
And
so
the reason I made a comment about 60 FPS is you have no choice but to use the spark shot, and it likes to just stop electrocuting things before.
Yeah, so it's a precision shot that you have to make, but the problem is the crosshair on this game is kind of busted sometimes. Like, you could be... I've seen so many people... Okay, I've seen many speedrunner streams where they use a spark shot, they aim up where they're supposed to shoot, it completely sails right over the target, and they reset and they rewatch the stream. They're like, no way, I totally had him on the target. And it's like...
Right.
I've been there.
I'm coming up to G2, so can I have a little bit of quiet for this section just because I need the audio
no
cues.
problem. Good luck on the fight.
Whew. This boss sucks.
Definitely.